I am a little bit nervous about this. I don't really know if I like the idea of going live, but we'll see, I guess, if I end up liking it. I think, need to fix my... There we go. I think my mini player is too big too. Okay. Cool. I think we're all set up. This is gonna be really weird, especially if nobody ends up coming in, so... Because then I'm gonna be... I hope I don't end up just talking to myself the whole time. That would be kind of awkward. But I have never streamed on TikTok before, so I have absolutely no idea what to expect. And I guess that's okay. I just gotta try it. I just don't feel like being alone right now, so maybe streaming will make me feel less alone. I don't know. The bad thing is I have no idea where to put the chat box where it's not in my way. Maybe right there? But it's still in the way of my reference. So maybe I need to move my mini player? Yeah, okay. That's fine. I don't like this. This setup is a little weird for me. That is okay. My reference is also not visible on the stream because I decided I wanted it to be more vertical, and it doesn't really work that way with the way that I have it set up. I could, I guess, change it, but then it would be more like horizontal, and I don't really think I want that. So really don't know what music I'm allowed to play on TikTok. I feel like that's maybe my biggest concern right now, is I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen with the music. I don't even know if it's, if anybody can even hear it. I made it really low because I wasn't sure if it was going to get me in trouble. I know how YouTube is when it comes to streaming, but I don't know how TikTok is. I know that this playlist works for YouTube, but does it work for TikTok? I don't know. Also, I don't remember the last time I've heard these Minecraft sounds. Right now I'm just playing Minecraft songs just because I queued basically the first, I think it's the first 2 albums of the Minecraft stuff. It's just the old stuff, which is okay. I don't think it's a big deal to have like the old Minecraft. I haven't really played it in a long time, so I've just been, I don't know, sometimes I get Minecraft music stuck in my head. Oh, especially this one. Hagstrom, I get stuck in my head a lot. And Subwoofer Lullaby. That one's the one that I actually have saved on my Spotify because I just like it when it casually comes up. I don't really get any kind of traction on TikTok, so I'm not gonna really expect too much for live to help me, I guess, but I just kind of don't want to be alone. anybody happens to be here, is the music okay? Does it like is it even, can you even hear it, or did I make it too low? I'm currently just working on drawing some art for my book. I'm not posting it for a while, so the live is, I guess, just like a sneak peek, I suppose. Which I don't think is a problem, but I'll post it eventually. It just isn't for now because it's for like book 2, and I'm planning on redrawing book 1, so I might not post the book 2 stuff until after book 1 is done. But I'm really liking the way that my book 2 stuff is looking so far, so every so often I've been like sharing them just so that they, I don't know, just so I can share them because I just really like want people to see them. But at the same time, I also don't know if I want to show them to people because, I don't know, it feels like it'd be better if I waited until after my first book is republished so I can, like, people can download it for free or whatever and, like, maybe see the first book. Now I'm just kind of teasing people with the second book illustrations that I haven't posted anywhere yet. Well, they're posted on Toy House, but no, nobody really checks Toy House. Who actually uses Toy House as a as a social? I do want to try and get better about doing live streams, but I'm still it's been a long time since I've done a live stream, like a really long time. I used to do them on YouTube every so often, but it was like super, super rare. And YouTube is not really meant for art, so I never really got anybody there. I was also too nervous to actually talk, so a lot of people are not really interested in watching, art streams on YouTube. So, you know, it's okay though. I think this is chill. Oh yeah, I forgot about this track. I do feel like maybe I made the music too quiet, but I'm also not sure. I also don't know if my mic is even really that good. I've used it for Discord calls before, but nothing else. The music's a little bit higher. It's not gonna always be Minecraft music. I just queued like 2 albums worth of Minecraft, so after the Minecraft runs its course, it'll be a couple other things that I've not gotten like muted on YouTube, so it's just whatever I've thrown at the wall and not gotten in trouble for, basically. So it's got like Undertale and Deltarune and Genshin Impact. Whatever music is not gonna get me in trouble, because people stream those games all the time. If they got in trouble for music, then that'd be crazy. Then nobody would be able to stream those games. I started this drawing yesterday, so that's why it's really far along. I do work fast, but most of this drawing was completed yesterday after work. Today I am all done, so I don't have work for the weekends. I work only the weekdays, so I'm able to just chill out and draw for a while. Hi! I feel like I've just been talking to myself, because, I don't know, it just feels weird. I hope my mic is working, by the way. I really do. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure, because I know most people just lurk, and that's okay, but I was not sure if it was actually working or not. I can turn it up a little bit, I think, but I'm not sure. I've never done this before on TikTok, so I don't know if I'd have to adjust TikTok, or hopefully that's good. Fingers crossed. This one's actually almost done, but I'm going to be doing another illustration afterwards. Cool. Actually, I think this one is just about done. That's the bad thing about me starting an illustration yesterday and then finishing it today, because I'm done with this one. But it's okay, I'm still going to do more. My goal has been to do at least one illustration for my book every single day, just so I can try and finish it before Art Fight, which is the beginning of July, or it's all throughout July, so I just wanted to finish it before then so I could focus 100% on drawing for other people during Art Fight, and my goal has been working pretty well. There was I think it was Saturday, I did like 5 illustrations in one day because I just buckled down and did only art all day. Gamed a little bit, but mostly just did art, and so I got through a lot that day. I think I need to make my watermark. There we go. I actually haven't planned what the next illustration would be. I gotta look at what chapter that is real quick. So I'm just gonna let it sit on that illustration for a second. The bad thing about not... I mean, a little. It's kind of tiring, but like at the same time, it's all I think about all day. I'm like ready to get home and start drawing, you know? So when it kind of gets to that point, I'm like, well, I just want to do it, like really bad. So I just get home and I'm like, let's do it. Work has been really busy, so I'm just like thinking about it all day. Like, I'm ready to get home, I'm ready to get home, I'm ready to get home. Like, I just want to draw so bad. The next chapter is kind of boring. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the illustration for the next chapter. Oh yeah, the next chapter is really short, like super short. That's okay. I just work in a warehouse, so nothing fancy, nothing fun. It's just really busy. And the thing with like the industry my warehouse is part of is it just kind of fluctuates in terms of how busy it is. For a while we weren't busy at all, and then we got super busy lately, which is fine. I don't mind the busyness. I work like specifically like help desk, so I like help. I'm the support between the people who like work on the actual things that we're shipping to the customers and the warehouse staff. So I'm like a lot busier than other people. Like a lot of the people in the warehouse just do like they pick jobs basically. Pull parts. It's not like a toy warehouse or anything, or like a warehouse for food or goods or anything. Like we do like a lot of hardware and stuff for like installing into these tools. I don't even know what our customer build like uses these tools for. I've seen the builds before. I don't know exactly what they're for though. Which is kind of funny. I should probably know. I have a very vague idea, but I'm not 100% confident on what they're for, you know? I think this specific chapter that I'm going to draw for is one that I actually need to update, because I think it's too short. But I'll do like a simple illustration for this one. I have a vague idea of what I'll do. I also keep having to move the chat box. I don't really deal with customers. That's the buying team that would mostly do that. The customers are like the ones that we supply the tools to. I don't actually know. I have no interaction with them. It's like I don't know, an industry type of job. I don't know. I don't work with like service or anything, so there's not like people I interact with outside of my coworkers, you know? I am kind of glad I don't work in like retail anymore because I did not enjoy retail at all. I also still can't find a good spot to put this stupid chat box where it's not in my way. I don't really need to view my character references for myself, but it's also kind of like if I don't view them, I go insane a little bit because I've gotten so used to them being there. So I keep having to like move the chat box because where I have it currently set up, it's over my references on my other tab because I'm only showing like my main drawing window on my art program, and when I like have my drawing program, what I usually do is I have the program, like the main drawing canvas in the middle, and then my layers and stuff on the left, and then my actual references on the right, and the right is, I've kind of just hidden it just to keep it vertical for TikTok because I think it would work better. So I've put the I put the chat on the right. It's over my references. It works. Maybe not so well, but it works. The reference is hidden behind. I don't have it in view for the live, just because I wanted it to be vertical. If I like extended it, it would be further to the right, and it would make the actual like live screen smaller. So I just didn't do that because I didn't set it up for like a widescreen view. If I were like streaming on YouTube, I would 100% have it like the full screen, just because it's more clear, I guess, what I'm doing. But because because TikTok is more of a vertical format, I figured I was like, you know what, let's do that. Because personally, when I'm like going through TikTok, I don't like it whenever I have to turn my phone, you know, because TikTok's mostly meant to be viewed for your phone. So whenever I have to like rotate it to see it horizontally, it's kind of like, well, I don't know. I just don't personally like it, I guess. So I just assume maybe that's what people would want. Yeah, I have YouTube. I just haven't really done much on it. I was considering starting to use it more because I've been doing like lore videos and stuff, but TikTok aggressively hides my content, so nobody's actually seeing any of those videos. And I wish that TikTok had like the ability for me to do playlists. I know it's available for like bigger creators, but I wish small creators like me could also have access to playlists, because I would love to have a playlist of all of my like lore videos. That would be super nice, but unfortunately, us little guys don't get that. They gotta gatekeep. Also, I have no idea. Did the live audio catch my Discord notification? Because I just got a server notification and it just occurred to me. Was that caught in stream? If so, I can turn it on Do Not Disturb if that bothers anybody, but I could also just keep it open on my phone so I can see the server and it won't it shouldn't ping. That does not look like his hair. I mostly wanted to start trying to do lives because I wanted to like, I noticed that whenever I was voice chatting with my friends, I was a lot more productive. So I just wanted to give it a try and see if maybe live would also keep me productive. not sure if I like how this is looking. I only have a vague idea of what I actually want to do with this. Yeah, I've never done it before, so it's not like I don't know. Maybe I can make it a normal thing. There was one person when I used to stream on YouTube who liked hanging out. It does make me a little bit uncomfortable now because they admitted on stream that they were underage while I was playing like a Baldur's Gate stream, you know? So it's like I don't know how I feel about a minor hanging out while I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. I had it turned off for like all of the nudity and stuff, but it still didn't feel right, you know? Because I'm like, I don't know. That's not really meant for minors. And when I mean minor, I mean they like vagued about their age and they were really young. Like, I don't know. I think it's so obvious that these are like my characters and that I draw them all the time because I draw them so quickly. I do sketch really fast in general, but I think it's just kind of funny. There's no way that people wouldn't know that these are like characters I draw all the time because I draw them so fast. I feel like this would be a lot more entertaining if I wasn't sketching, if I was like coloring right now. Not coloring, but like if I was rendering. My coloring's boring. Coloring is my least favorite part, so I make it as easy as possible for myself and just like select tool and then fill bucket, and then I render on top of it. But it makes my coloring look very boring to watch. But that's okay, because coloring is my least favorite part, so I really don't care. I just want it to be quick. Oh, you think so? See, I like whenever I do, like every commission, I provide the time lapse, just because it's easy. My program, like I use Clip Studio, and by default, I can just have it set up to record the time lapse on every canvas the moment I like start drawing. So, like I could theoretically export the time lapse for this drawing, like right now. I can do it whenever I want, and so I'm like, well, whenever I do commissions, I might as well just provide that time lapse just because it's fun. And some people might like it. If they don't want it, then cool. Doesn't matter. They're still getting it anyway. But hopefully other people enjoy that. But it's just a fun little thing. I don't know if anybody's actually made any remarks about it in like reviews or anything, but I don't read the reviews half the time on VGen until a little bit later. But I like being able to include the time lapse because it's kind of fun. Plus, I feel like it also is like in this age of AI right now, it's kind of nice to have that, I guess, reassurance that that what you're getting is human made, you know? still, I wouldn't expect every artist to do that, of course. It's just my personal preference of including it, just because I feel like it, because I want to. Not because anybody asked, or anybody, like, accused me of anything. Nobody has, like, sat there and said, like, your art is AI. I know my art doesn't look like AI, so I wouldn't expect to be accused. But it's still just fun to give that extra reassurance just in case somebody's worried about getting scammed. Especially because, to me, a lot of the people who interact, like the artists who interact with people these days, especially on, like, Twitter, those people are usually just scammers. They're just using AI or tracing AI and claiming it as their own. So it's kind of just that whole thing of, if I can show more authenticity myself, then I'll do it. There are some chapters in my book that are, they're not like, they're like, not fillers, but like chapters that are like connecting chapters, like interludes between other things happening. So I don't really have a lot art-wise to do for them, so I like doing these little, things like what I'm doing right now, or just illustrations for giving more screen time, I guess, to a character. I say screen time, but I don't know why I do that. Every time I'm doing, when I was recording voiceovers for my chapter videos for posting, because I've been posting the, I love the Minecraft music, honestly. I might need to do more Minecraft. I only queued the Minecraft alpha and beta albums, which I think are the oldest ones, because they're from, according to Spotify, it says 2012 and 2013. So I think they're like the super old albums, like the earliest version of the game. But whenever I'm doing chapter arts, I like to include little character arts like this, where it's just kind of to give more art to the character, give more visual to the character. But I've noticed too, like, I keep internally calling it like screen time, because to me, like, when I'm writing these stories down, I'm seeing it as like a movie in my head before I write it out. So to me, it feels like I'm watching a movie, but I'm just writing it down on paper. Not that it's written like a script or anything, but I like getting it to just do little art pieces like this, where it's just something of the character. In this case, getting to draw Kai's little robot companion, Robun. I don't really draw them all that much, so it's just kind of fun to draw them. That's what this little blue guy is right here. That's Robun. Kai's time in book 2 is pretty limited, but they are very very prevalent in book 1, because they're one of the first people that Khan meets. So you see them pretty early on, and they kind of stay important. Hi! I think my voice just broke. I think I sounded like Kirby for a second. Why does the end of this track get so creepy, dude? Thanks, Ravi. I see you in my notice a lot. I definitely do recognize the people who are mostly, like, commenting and interacting. I still remember usernames of people who used to interact with me on Tumblr too, which is even worse because Tumblr is so dead. It's gone. I didn't know that track got so creepy at the end. I guess I didn't have a lot of experience with Minecraft then. Was that like a thing? Was it like a meme that Minecraft was a horror game? Because that's funny. not really. I used to play Minecraft a lot, like, when I was younger. It was like a routine. My best friend and I, growing up, we lived in the same house. And so when we would get up on the weekends, I like to sleep in. Like, I always have. I'm probably going to sleep in tomorrow, but even then, sleeping in for me is like, sleeping in for me is like at the latest 8 a.m. because I wake up at 4:30 for work. So back when we were kids, when we would wake up early. She would wake up before I would. She would usually wake up and she would go play Minecraft on the Xbox. And like, this would have been, God, 9 or 10 years ago, maybe even longer. It was, oh my God, it was ages ago. It feels like a long time ago. But she was the one who really preferred creative mode, so she liked waking up early so that she could play creative mode, because I was more of a survival girly. I liked survival a lot more just because when I was doing creative, I just got bored too quickly. Like, I ran out of things to do, especially given this was the early days of Minecraft, so there wasn't as much, like, different blocks and things to do, and not as many mobs and stuff. I just liked doing survival mode, and we would just do, like, we would try to make villages in survival. So we would, like, try to find the best biomes, we would just kind of make a map, and then we would make a point to, like, she would go one direction, I would go the other, and we would just explore the map and see what it was. And this was before the endless worlds of Minecraft. So we would find what we liked, and then if we didn't like what we were seeing, which most of the time the criteria was, is there a biome that supports having wolves? Or ocelots once they got introduced. But generally speaking, our criteria was wolves, because we just really liked the wolves. we had to have a pet wolf in Minecraft. So that was my most experience with Minecraft. I haven't played it as much, but every so often when my friend does get to come down and hang out, we do, like, try to play Minecraft every so often, because she still likes playing it. I don't play it as much. Yeah, I have to have my wolves, dude. Childhood me also didn't know, I don't even know if they existed yet, but the name tags, when those did get introduced, I don't even think childhood me knew about them. But also, childhood me would have been thrilled about the different colored wolves that they introduced. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, little child me would be thriving. It's a shame I didn't have that growing up, the different colored dogs. Because I remember when the ocelots got introduced, when we would get cats, we would try to, like, get as many cats as we can so we could try to get specific colors. We loved the cat update. We were always cat people. So my favorite thing for Minecraft back then was the wolves and the cats. But we were also big wolf girlies too. We liked warrior cats and the book series Wolves of the Beyond, or something like that, or Wolves from the Beyond. I'm not sure. But we got really into wolves. So Minecraft definitely added to that for sure. For a while I wanted to do I still want to, whenever I find time. I wanted to do, like, a series of illustrations where I draw for my like, games that I played growing up, and I'm pretty sure if I did a Minecraft one, it would have to be something with a wolf. And a creeper, of course. Yeah, Wolves of the Beyond was great. It's definitely niche. I feel like I don't know anybody who actually knows what it is. They also had another series along the same vein where it was with bears. I think I tried to read that one too, but because I was mostly I liked Wolves of the Beyond because of the wolves. I didn't get into the bear one that much. But the Wolves of the Beyond was great. I loved that book series. I don't know if I ever finished it, but it was like I got it at a book fair when I was a kid, and I just loved it. I feel like it's kind of in that same realm of Warrior Cat, so I'm not really sure why it didn't get as popular as Warriors, but Wolves of the Beyond was really good, though. That was like my whole childhood and my whole obsession with wolves. I still remember my favorite, or my yeah, I think it was my favorite. There was a when we did our like little survival mode Minecraft stuff as a kid, when we would try to make our towns and stuff, we had this biome, this map that had the biome for the mushrooms and then also for the like the snowy biomes. So we had a like the what is it? I don't know what it's called. The one I called it the swampy biome when I was growing up. The one where the all the trees grow with the vines. So we had one. It was bordered from there and a snowy biome. So we did our like little like survival village on the border there. But then we also found like the mushroom island, and so we made like giant mushrooms in our town. And this was after the Ocelot update, because I remember us making a point to go to have a like a map that had a jungle, but we didn't want to build our like town in a jungle because that's like not convenient, you know. Just because you'd have to clear out so much space. The jungles were so like compact and stuff. So we made sure there was a jungle so we can get an ocelot, but we also like wanted wolves, so we saw that snowy biome and we're like, perfect, there should be wolves here. We did eventually get our wolves. I remember distinctly we were insane. Like completely insane. Where we made this village, so our idea of the like village, it wasn't for like the villagers. Trust me, it wasn't. It was this idea of we were building houses for our favorite characters. It was like it was like making a house and putting a signboard in front of it and saying, this is Amy Rose's house and this is Sonic's house. It's funny to think about. I remember distinctly the house that I usually stayed at I think it was Amy's house, but it was always the one house that kept getting blown up by creepers. And I was like, man, why is this house so cursed? So we put like a watchtower next to it and everything. They're literally, the only reason it kept getting blown up is because it was the house I was staying in. So every time I would like wake up, of course it was going to spawn mobs around where I was. But like being a kid, I didn't think of it like that. Just kind of wild to think about. But we got very into it. We were super, super into Sonic. So, like, a lot of the times when we made these villages, it was because we wanted to, like, have villages for our Sonic, like, our, you know, Sonic daydreaming or whatever the heck it was. I cannot get this hand to look right. I can't decide what I want the hand to do. I haven't played that. I am following a creator on TikTok that's posting about a roguelike game that has like a fox, and that's been kind of making me think about if there's other games like that, maybe. I honestly don't play a lot of games anymore. I do, but like not. I also don't. Lately, I've been playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door again. Because I just really like that game. The HD remake. I've been playing specifically. I don't know. I'm actually not sure what it's called. I can't remember. I did see them on my FYP today, and that's why it was on my brain. But I can't for the life of me think of what their name is. I don't think it's out yet. I'm pretty sure it's still just in development. But I follow them, I think, on both of my accounts. I'd probably have to go through too many accounts to try and find it. I'm trying to just scroll through real quick and see if I can find him. I know I'm following them. I think I follow too many people. I can't find it. Well, I mean, I'm not following too many people, but it's too many people for me to find what I'm looking for, I guess. They'll come across my FYP at some point again, but I just know that it's a roguelike game where you can turn into a fox. Why is this track just called Dog? Minecraft tracks, I'm never going to remember their names because they've got such random names. There's some random Minecraft tracks that I get stuck in my head, but I'll never figure out what they are because I just don't know what they are called. There was another one called Cat earlier. The only one that I managed, I kept getting stuck in my head a lot, that to the point where I kept I was like desperate to figure out what one it was, is Subwoofer Lullaby, and now I refuse to not remember that name. So I have it added on my Spotify, and it's on like 3 different playlists, so I just don't forget the name again. Because it was driving me completely insane that I kept getting that specific track stuck in my head and could not remember what the fuck it was called. I need to reposition Robun's ears. That's better. Sure, that works. I guess that works. Whatever. I knew I was going to end up repositioning the robot's ears at some point, but, you know. Robun's really fun. They had a really ugly first design, though. Well, actually, I guess the first design wasn't that different from what it is now. It just looked ugly because my colors were so flat back then. It's kind of funny to look back at my old art, especially like my old references, and see how just dingy the colors are. Because my colors are so bright now, I usually use a lot of like brights when I'm coloring. And now, looking back at my old stuff and going, wow, that's kind of grimy looking, I guess. There's still so much that I like leave unwritten in that book too, that I think it leaves me plenty of space to like write about other mini stories and stuff. I've got like a little mini story doc that's just for like, it's only got 3 at the moment, but it's 3 like little mini one-shots of backstory stuff for a few specific characters. It's for specifically Cedric, Kiawe, and Saul, and I had so much fun writing it. And I want to do more for other characters. Like, I want to try and find something to write about for Kai. I can't think of anything specific, so I haven't gotten around to it yet, but it's just one of those things. I want to, like, leave enough interesting stuff not written out about in the book, especially because the book is from, like, Khan's perspective. He doesn't know everything about everybody. So, it's fun to do these little mini-stories about things that he would never experience. There's also a couple mini stories that I've written so far for things that are like taking place during book 2, but they're characters, like scenes that are happening not where the main character is, you know? Because book 2 is a different main character. Same general plot line, like it's still all the same plot line, but it's from a different character's perspective, which it's for a good reason. It makes sense in context. I think this is simple, but it's also kind of cute. It's also kind of weird to me that Robun almost didn't exist. Like, when I first made the actual, like, plot information for Whistold, it didn't used to be the plot that it has now. It was some weird convoluted plot that I don't even remember all the details for. I just remember it was something to do with the war. The war plot still technically stayed, but it's a background element, not like the main plot. all of the main characters in the story now, at that time, they used to be like soldiers. So, did I just imagine that? Nox, are you here? Hi! I thought I was imagining that. I was like, wait! Hold on a minute. I was yapping about my book. Or rather, the prologue of the book. But you missed it. I was talking about Minecraft earlier. Because we're listening to Minecraft music right now. I queued the entire albums of the Minecraft alpha and beta albums. Because I think those are the oldest ones. But we're listening to Minecraft while I draw a book illustration. But you already know about the book illustration. I did finish the other one that I had sent the whip of yesterday. So that one's done. I finished it before I started this one. But it was so close to being finished yesterday that I finished it really early. What even is this? Why did the album picture for this one change? I don't even remember what I was saying about the book. Oh, I was talking about the plot changing too much. The plot for my book changed a lot over the first time, and so in the original plot, the little robot companion didn't exist because at that point, yeah, I know it's the composer of Minecraft. I just was confused as to why I queued one album and then there's just one random one that ended up with a different album cover. When I was coming up with Whistold, I didn't have an idea for all the magic types, so I don't even know if Kai actually had any abilities. So that's why the robot didn't exist, because I basically developed the robot because I was like, what kind of cool magic can I give to Kai to make them different? I just wanted them to have something different, because I wanted different types of magic when I developed the current plot of the story, like with the prophecy stuff, because I wanted everybody to have different magic types. And so I was like, oh, what kinds of different magic do I want? And then I came up with all the magic types, and then that's how I ended up deciding on like the 14 different heroes, because I was like, okay, well, I've got 14 different magic types that I came up with. And I couldn't come up with a name for this one, so I just ended up calling it title magic, but I don't even know what the actual reasoning for that was. It's basically just puppeteering. But once I made that, I was like, well, he needs some kind of puppet, you know? But I ended up just deciding the little robot bunny was a funny, an interesting little, interesting, I don't know. I think it's a cute little thing to make them puppet, but also make it useful. So there's all kinds of things that the bunny can be used for. And it works into their backstory too. They were developing it before losing their arm, but then once they lost their arm, it was like, well, I need to like work on this rabbit more, this companion, because it can help do things. Especially when they were still getting used to the prosthetic. Or like if their prosthetic were to like become damaged or like run out of magic or something, they need like an alternative so that they can still do things that they wouldn't be able to do without two arms, because they do a lot of like experiments and stuff, and not having both hands for that is a little bit risky sometimes. In the original plotline, I think that it was like, I think it might have been related to the war the first time. He's not actually involved in the war. He's not a soldier. It's just like he was experimenting with magic, and because he does that a lot. He experiments with magic and tries to test things and figure out how magic works and that sort of thing. And there was an explosion that got damaged him really bad, so that's how he lost both the arm and the eye. And I do sometimes draw Kai with 2 eyes, but it's because he does wear like a glass eye, like canonically. So there's a couple illustrations where there is a eye, but I make a point to like not have it look like a normal eye. I usually like do like a little like diamond, you know, in the eye, just because their mark is a diamond. So I don't know, make a little diamond mark on the iris to make it very obvious that it's not a real eye, because it doesn't look like the other one. But them losing their arm isn't like it's not like a relevant plot point. It's something that happens before the story, so it's not like a spoiler or anything. It's also like in their like general bio. No, yeah, they are missing an eye. I don't know why, I just think it's easier to make it so that when they're like missing an eye, not having like an empty socket, I just think it looks better when it's just like looks like they're kind of winking. That does cause problems though, because I've had a couple like people like that I've commissioned and stuff who have drawn my characters that are missing eyes like with both eyes open, which is not possible. So I don't have as big a problem with that with Kai now that I've kind of come up with the idea of having the glass eye, especially because in the first version of Whistold, when I first designed the characters, Kai, I think you commented on the one with Kai's ref comparisons, right? So the color was one of the big things that changed. That's the most like easy one to see because he used to be this weird darker orange, this like burnt orange kind of color. But he also didn't have the same eye missing. It used to be the other eye. And the reason I changed it was because it's not visually interesting to have the missing eye be the one that has the mark. Because then for illustrations like the last one that I did earlier, it just doesn't work that well. Because I wanted to showcase the missing eye or the mark on the eye. But if that eye were missing, you wouldn't see the eye. So like something like this wouldn't have worked. So that's why I changed it. I know nobody's asked why I changed it, but it's just something that I'm like, if somebody might notice at some point that I flipped which eye was missing. I also had a habit of, when I first designed my characters, because it was like 8 years ago when I was like 14, 15, I had a habit of forgetting which eye was missing, so there were like 3 characters that all were missing an eye, and they were all missing the same exact eye, because I couldn't remember which one was which, and I just kept drawing them all the same way. So now there's actually a reason for that specific eye for Kai, so I made sure that it was always the right one. Also, I think I literally messaged my friends and was like, I like getting comments like these when I saw that comment about Kai, because I was like, I like being able to answer questions like that. It makes me feel like I exist. It's just kind of nice to have people like ask questions. I've got lots to say and not really the bandwidth to actually say it all, so I'm always happy to answer any questions that people have about my characters, because I just love getting to talk about them. I think I would really like to make a habit of doing these lives, though. This is fun. I like this a lot. And I am definitely being productive, because of course I haven't really stopped drawing, other than to just glance through the book real quick and figure out what I wanted to draw for this one. Although maybe next time that I plan to stream, I'll have some like ideas. Maybe some concepts already sketched out or something, so I have like something and don't have to sit around and go, what the heck am I doing? Yeah, that's what I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to hang out with my friends on the Discord and like do voice chats and stuff, and it's not really been working out that well because everybody's of course busy right now. One person has joined, like, when I stream on the Discord, but they don't have a mic, so We just kind of yap, or rather, me and somebody else yap, and they just kind of hang out and in chat, which is fine by me. Especially because that server, as of right now, it's like it's a very cozy. It's not like it's not an art server. It's just a server for me to yap about my characters. That's like basically just a big giant friend group at this point. None of them knew any of each other. They just all knew me. I was the common thread. So now it's just this big friend group. But I think it's a cozy group. I can't remember. Somebody I think in the Discord said it was cozy, and I agree. It's very cozy. But it's making me feel a lot more comfortable. Because I've always had issues with not having people to talk to or anything. Oh, it's just like a personal server that I made just for me to yap about my characters. I pretty much just have the server so that I can, like, yap about my characters and then also, like, share all of the art that I'm working on. So I have, like, a channel in there where I just dump all of the art that I'm working on, including, like, sketches and the work in progress. Like last night I didn't finish the art that I was doing, so I just sent, like, hey, this is what I got done tonight, you know? It's keeping me, like, focused, I guess, and keeping me grounded. And I also, like, have a channel in there where I, like, post all of the commissions that I've bought, because I buy a lot of art. Like, an insane amount of art. Oh, which reminds me, there's actually an art that I never sent in the server this morning, because my friend I commissioned a friend and totally did not send, I didn't even go to the VGen delivery, and I didn't even download the deliverable yet. I never even sent that in my server. I need to do that before I forget. Especially because it's perfect. And there's one friend in that server who really likes that character specifically, so I really need to share it in the server so that she can see. Because she'll be super happy. It's her boy! I can't wait till I get to the chapters with Saul in it. Oh my god, I've been commissioning a bunch of art of Saul. I also commissioned a couple other artists, and I'm really excited to see what they come up with. I'm trying to be a little bit more responsible with my money, though. Like, just a teeny bit more responsible. I have a habit of, the minute I get paid, I'm like, let's see, what bills do I have this paycheck? Ooh, not a bunch? Okay, time to go commission a bunch of artists. But right now, I'm having trouble finding artists that I actually want to commission, because I'm a little bit picky on, like, art styles. I'm less picky about how people draw my furries, but at the same time, I'm just really picky about art styles. So, I'm like, I'm having a little bit of trouble finding people I want to commission. I tried reaching out in, like, one of the Discord art servers, and every time I do, I regret it. Because, my god, do people just not care. Complete verification. What the heck does that mean? Inactivity detected in your live. What does that mean? What do you mean, inactivity? I'm still here. I'm also still talking. It just randomly started making noise in my ear, and I didn't know what it was doing. That scared me, though. I'm still here, right? I thought my live just crashed for a second, because I was like, what the heck is that noise? TikTok, you can't scare me like that. Yeah, I do spend a lot of money on my characters, dude. One of my friends called me a true commission addict, and I'm like, yes. Yes. I would commission them more, but they're a little bit out of my price range at the moment. I want to, like, commission a bunch of other people at once, and they're one of the artists that if I really want to commission them, I can't really commission other people, because their prices are a little bit higher. I don't mind commissioning people who have higher prices, it just means I can't commission as many other people at that same time. I don't know what that live notification was, but it scared me. I also have to get used to the fact that the friend that I commissioned today changed their art tag, so I need to make sure I tag the art as the correct person. Not that it's the wrong person if I don't, it's just kind of, I don't want to put the wrong username. I had to fix all my Toy House links because of that, because I was like, oh shit, I don't want it to link to a dead link on VGen. I still want to know why VGen, or not VGen, I still want to know why TikTok thought I was inactive for some reason. Inactivity detected for 5 minutes. What are you talking about? I was moving the whole time. And also talking. Crazy. Completely insane. It doesn't have to make a weird loud noise though. Like, why did TikTok do that? Why did it scare me like that? You don't need to scare me, surely. I mean, yeah, we know TikTok has a short attention span. I mean, it's TikTok. I also don't know what's playing because I don't hear anything. Did my music die? Oh no, it's just a really quiet intro, okay? I was like, wait, did my music just die? No, it's here. Oh, is this the cave one? Oh no. It does sound like a horror track. Oh no. I think this is also the first day this week that I haven't, like, been eager to, like, finish the drawing that I'm doing just so I can play Paper Mario. Because I've been a little bit obsessed with Paper Mario again. Maybe it's like that because when I made these characters, I was really into Mario, and so it's like, I don't know, playing the game that I was obsessed with at the time while I'm obsessing over my characters is probably a good thing. Oh, this is the Nether? That explains why it was so creepy. See, I can't remember what any of it is because it's been so long since I've actually touched Minecraft, I couldn't place when any of these specific tracks play. But I've also seen, like, Minecraft has had so many updates since the last time I touched it. Yeah. The eerie music in Minecraft is crazy. It goes hard. I bet you this album that I did is probably from before the end existed, right? Because that wasn't from the start of the game, that was an update? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong. So I don't know if this one includes the end or not. I'm still not used to the TikTok live, mostly because I've never even really joined other people's lives, because it only recommends me, like, gaming ones that I don't want to watch. Or, no, it's not even that it's recommending me gaming ones. It's recommending me gaming ones, and then it's recommending me, like, the podcast, the Reddit podcast. I ended up getting to the point where I just blocked those accounts because I was getting so sick of seeing them. I got really annoyed. I'm like, I don't want to watch these. But every time I would scroll past them, it would still show them to me. So I'm like, please stop. TikTok. I don't care. I don't want to hear your stupid Reddit stories. Excuse me. No, that's too wide. Wait, why does this part of the why does this part of the track sound kind of, like, pretty? I feel like I should have, like, recorded on OBS, so I could have put this on YouTube, but it's okay. So if I want to try and be more active on YouTube, too, but I have no idea what to post. Right now, all I use my YouTube for is, like, whenever I record quests in Genshin or Honkai Star Rail, and I don't have interest in, like, doing that right now. Especially not Genshin. My god, do I hate Genshin right now. Yeah, I think I've done a couple of YouTube shorts. I just don't remember to do it a lot of the times. I'm also not motivated to do it as much because TikTok gets more in actual engagement, like comments and stuff, versus YouTube shorts, which I feel like people don't really interact on, or at least in my experience they don't. Like, there was a day that I had posted a YouTube short. I just reposted something from TikTok onto YouTube, and it, like, blew up, but I didn't get any, like, comments or anything, so it was like, I don't know, it got a lot of views, but views aren't really much. I kind of would rather feel like people, like the post, Not necessarily commenting on everything, but, like, I don't know, there wasn't a lot of likes or anything either, so it was like, I don't know, you guys viewing it and just decided you hated it? I have no idea. I'm also still trying to figure out what other sites I should continuously post on, because I'm at the point where Blue Sky feels stupid to post on. I might try and post there again, but it just feels like I don't exist there. Like, if I post it or I don't post it, doesn't feel like it makes a difference, because nobody sees it anyway. And then I gave up on Twitter. I refuse to go back to Twitter. X. Whatever. It's just stupid. I can't defend it. It's awful. There's not really a good place for art to be posted right now. The only place I'm consistently posting is Tumblr, despite the fact it's dead. I just like the superior tagging. I literally just post to Tumblr exclusively so that if I want to try and find a specific post that a specific art that I drew, I would just look through my own blog. That's the only reason I still post there. Do I get any engagement? No. Does anybody still exist there? Also, no. There's like one artist that I follow that's still active. Actually, two artists that I still follow. One of them's more active, well, just as active on TikTok as they are on Tumblr, so it's not a big deal. And then the other one, I don't know any of their other socials. They might just be on Tumblr. But they also still get a fair amount of activity. And then my favorite artist is primarily active on Tumblr. And they still get plenty of traction. But also, I would never leave just specifically because of that one artist. It's my favorite artist. Like, I adore them. And I would pay anything for their art. I get a lot of chibis from them. It's from I made a post about some commissions that I had gotten from them recently. It's that artist. They primarily use Tumblr. Dead app or not, it's still got some great artists there, whenever you can find them. And hell, I'm included in that. I'm one of those cool artists that's there. At least I think I'm cool. I don't know. And I don't like Instagram, so I have no intention of going on Instagram. I just don't like the layout. Like, I just couldn't, I couldn't do it. I don't like the way that it's set up. I like to think I'm cool, but part of me thinks I'm really not. I also think I'd actually, like, completely die if somebody from, like, IRL found my account. Other than my mom. My mom follows my account, but I don't think she sees my videos. She's on, like, cooking TikTok and stuff, and, like, skits and stuff, so I don't think my content comes across her feed at all. Or that she even remembers what specifically my art looks like, because there was a day where she had sent me, she had showed me something, she's like, is this you? I'm like, no, that's not me. It's a different artist. Whose style looked nothing like mine, so I don't even think she remembers what my art looks like, but that's okay. I don't show her that much. It's chill. I probably... Oh well, it's fine. I'll fix it later. I just realized I probably should have lined the robot before I started doing Kai's legs, but that's okay. I do think I'm really vibing with the Minecraft music. Like, I don't even recognize half these tracks, but I'm vibing with it. Like, they're good. Minecraft is just good. I have been recently seeing more like Minecraft content on my feeds too, like Minecraft mods and stuff. So it's kind of been making me want to try and pick it up again, but at the same time, I also know I'd get really bored of it. The last couple times I've tried picking it up, I'm like, why did I do this? Reason to... Okay. What themes? Okay, TikTok, fine. The live just got restricted because I said something stupid. It's okay. I said a joke, and TikTok said, no, you can't say that. It's okay. Reason, mental health. Okay. Whatever. It's okay, we know TikTok's a joke. It's okay. As long as the live doesn't go down, I really don't care. Come on, there we go. I feel like this track maybe sounds like the Nether, but I also don't know. I don't remember the last time I've played Minecraft, but I also don't remember the last time I've played, like, in the Nether. That's probably why I didn't recognize the actual Nether music earlier, because I haven't played it in so long, and I haven't been in the Nether for so long. This track is really pretty. I have no idea what it is, though. The sound effects in this song are scratching my brain. That does remind me though, my favorite artist when I was doing I got the bust commissions that I had posted about a couple days ago. I, for the most part, didn't really listen to the music because it was driving me crazy. They were playing, I think they called it their ADHD like overstimulation playlist. It was a lot of crazy like remixes of like mostly 2000 songs. I don't know. I recognized a couple. Like at one point it had like Linkin Park, and then it would like it was like mashups, song mashups of like it had like Linkin Park, and then it would be like something else, like The Offspring or something. It was like a bunch of catchy popular songs, and I was like, what is happening? I felt like I was losing it, so I had to keep muting it until I saw like their VTuber like making like facial expressions and stuff, and I was like, oh well, they're yapping, let me see what they're saying, type of thing. But at one point, when they started drawing Saul, they were like, he looks like a sad wet dog or something like that. And I was like, yeah, he does. Like, he just does. That's so him. That and them making a remark of, I've drawn these characters so many times over the years, and yet I'm still struggling. Like, yeah, I know, buddy. And I responded and I told them, I was like, yeah, I've only been commissioning you for, I don't know, 8 years. And they're like, oh my god, it has been that long, huh? Like, it sure has, buddy. It sure has. That's the first artist I commissioned. I guarantee you they are the first person that I've ever commissioned, and that was when I was a teenager. Literally got a job so I could buy art from people. And now look where I am now, commissioning artists every single paycheck. Just about, anyway. The ones that I don't have a lot of spending money, I still find artists who have lower prices to commission something, so I can get something for myself. Oh, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know what their music was definitely overstimulating. I was like, oh boy. I also only recognized half the music, but it was all definitely like, I don't know, it sounded like a lot of like 2000s pop music. But then there also was like not pop music too. Like, I'm pretty sure You're Gonna Go Far Kid by The Offspring was one of those songs. But I was just like sitting here like vibing, like, oh yeah, dance, dance, whatever. And then it was just switching and I was like, oh, nope. I don't know what this is anymore. I have a couple song mashups, but they're ones that are like specifically designed to like mesh really well together. So like their little ADHD playlist was actually kind of insane. I think it was meant to be stimulating, maybe to keep them occupied, but it was overstimulating as heck. Tomodachi Life, oh good. I don't know anything about Tomodachi Life. Is there a good way to make a furry face in Tomodachi Life? Asking for a friend. I have no intention of getting Tomodachi Life, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. Okay, I turned I turned Discord to Do Not Disturb, so you guys don't have to hear my notifications. Because it sounds like the server's about to yap, which is okay. I am completely fine with that. Is that a me? Yes, it is a me. It's a me. Tomodachi Life. Hide that for a second. Why does TikTok Live have like goals, by the way? Do we know? Like, why is there like a goal for being live for a certain amount of time? What could possibly be the reason for that? Just to like encourage people to keep doing it, or what? I did also, I was talking to some friends, and I was thinking about like potentially making like a PNG tuber or something. It would be cool to get like a VTuber and be a VTuber, but I'm also like that weird awkward person that I'm like, I don't know if I would do that. But now I'm like, I don't know. Streaming could be fun, especially like if I could make a PNG tuber, but at the same time I realize that sounds like a lot of work, and I really don't think I have time for that. Also, Nox, I just added you at the server. You should see the me in the chat. This one's somehow creepier than the other one was. I like it, it's a good creepy, but it's like, what the heck is happening? Oh, that's a big, big fat finger. I should not do that. Smoke on his chonky fingers. I still don't have any intention of getting Tomodachi Life, but I love seeing everybody's, like, little silly screenshots and stuff. Also, I think so many of the Tomodachi, like, screenshots and stuff that I'm seeing are some of the funniest things ever, and they could so easily be turned into art memes. Like, genuinely. So funny. Dude, you should. You should definitely redraw them. Oh my god. No, Solaris is laughing? Why? Me's are mean, huh? Can't let people be cringe? Although, that somehow sounds very in character for Odin, too. Oh no. Even Solaris? Although, I guess that is a really fun dynamic. That's so cute. If I ever do, like, freebies and stuff again, I'd love to, like, do a live. Like that one artist that I had gotten one from them. I don't remember their name now. I just gotta draw their little eyes. Oop, that's a terrible circle. I'm just glad I'm not at work. There was an option to work tomorrow, and I was like, boss was like, hey, so do you wanna, like, hey Bree, do you got any plans on Saturday? I was like, ideally not working. Like, I'll work if you really need me to, but please. I've been wanting to take another, like, an extra day off. I already have weekends off, but I've been meaning to, like, take a day off, like an actual just day off, you know, like extend my weekend or something, and I just haven't done it yet. I think I'm gonna wait until my birthday. Just take, my birthday's on a Tuesday, so I was thinking I might just take that Monday and Tuesday off, even regardless of whether or not my friend friend comes over to hang out on my birthday. Like, I'll probably still take the day off and just, like, spend the day drawing or something. Yay, the line art's done. Now I get to do my least favorite part of the process. I don't really like coloring. I feel like I'm the only artist ever that doesn't like coloring. I just don't care about it. That's why I make it as easy as I possibly can. Because I just don't enjoy it. I also just I really like the way that Kai is looking in this drawing. He's got a very similar, like, body type to what I do. And so I always end up really liking the way that he turns out when I draw him. Because it looks kind of similar to me, in a way, not completely. But in a weird kind of way, like, he just kind of looked like me, type of thing. But I go back and forth between joking around about being a bunny or being a mouse, so. Although I do have a lot of rabbit characters. fish? I saw that. Hell yeah! I've just been vibing. It's been a day. Today was very busy at work. It was like a slower morning, and then I was like, okay, it should be a chill day. I'm gonna see if boss will let me leave early, and then it got really busy and snowballed, and I was like, yeah, I'm not leaving early. So, I'm just glad I'm not at work. Thank goodness. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't. I looked up at the server on my phone, and all I see is a troll face as a freaking me. Tomodachi Life has to be the funniest thing that ever existed. Yeah, I'm so ready for the weekend. I get to chill over the weekend. We get to chill and relax and listen to Minecraft music until the Minecraft music ends, which is not for another, looks like 10 songs or so. And then it plays another Minecraft one just in the actual, like, mix. I added a bunch of Minecraft to the queue, and so that's why it's just playing a bunch of Minecraft in order. And then after the queue ends, it plays another Minecraft song, and then it plays other random stuff. Mostly Hoyoverse. Also, I added Epic into this playlist because I've heard other people use them on stream, so I'm pretty sure that that's definitely okay. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for using Epic, because a lot of people do it. Trying to... Why? Trying to steal? Dude. Wait, you're me? Like you? Because that's even funnier. Oh my god. Are you trying to set your me up with somebody or no? Oh my god. There needs to be a romantic option. For people like me who would never want that. Oh boy. There is? Oh my god. I don't know anything about Tomodachi Life, and I have no intention of actually getting the game, but hearing that that aromantic is an option, hell yes. I would actually die inside if I or like my OCs that don't have romantic interests end up with somebody else if I were in like Tomodachi, you know? I knew what you meant. I mean, yeah, the me is basically an OC, isn't it? They're the same thing. Those are interchangeable. For the most part. Because if I were to, like, realistically, if I did get, like, Tomodachi Life, and I, like, put my characters, it would probably just be, like, the Whistold crew. I wouldn't want necessarily the others, because I'm not fixated on them at the moment. But that would also inevitably include, like, the kids, you know? It would include Kiza and Coffee, and I don't want them being paired with anybody. Those are teenagers. Like those are little boy. Little boy. I don't want Coffee being paired with anybody, and I don't want him crushing on anybody either, you know? That'd be weird. And also horribly out of character. I think that's why I wouldn't like Tomodachi Life, because I think it would kill me to see my characters being out. That's good. That's really good. As much as I love seeing other people enjoy Tomodachi Life, I know I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much as others, just because I'm so strict to my own character's canon that if they acted out of canon, I would actually be, like, annoyed. Oh my god. That's fair. I've just never been somebody who enjoyed that, so I know I would probably hate it. Starting with Robun was a really good choice. Coloring this guy is actually very therapeutic. I really like him. I like the shading part. I don't really care about the coloring. That's why I just block in the colors and then just let it, and then do it from there. I think it would be cool to do like commissions on stream at some point or something. Okay, that's real. That's the realest thing that could happen. That would just happen. You get to watch your OCs get married, yes. Especially your oldest OCs, like... I should really decide if it's, like, ever gonna happen. It's not gonna happen in story, but I should really decide, like, if I ever want, like, Sed and Khan to get married, because those are, like, the main couple in Whistold. But I've never, like, thought about it, mostly because they're really young. And I know, like, them as a character would not really be considering it at the point of the story. But it could also get to the point where eventually I just start thinking about what kind of things they'll do in the future, like way after the story type of thing. Oh my god. Cats do be like that. I miss having cats so bad. The guy we rent from doesn't like cats, so we are not allowed to have one. We have a dog, though. She's a Shih Tzu. I like her. She's really cute, but I'm not a big dog person. They're way too needy for me. And doggy breath. Ugh. She gets stinky breath. I don't like it. What am I gonna do when the Minecraft music switches to Zenless Zone 0? Those are such different vibes. We've got very chill vibes right now, and then it's gonna switch to like Zenless and be like, you know, like super, super hyped up for no reason. I'm really liking the Minecraft. I might just switch it to more Minecraft or something. Was it weird for you guys to just see me like block in colors like this? I feel like it probably looks weird on time lapses when I do that, huh? When I don't have all the flat colors laid down and I just start randomly shading the areas that already exist. I don't always do that. I sometimes do, and then I'm like, that probably looks weird, huh? I also don't think I've really seen, like a lot of, I don't know if I've seen anybody draw, like, exactly the same as I do in terms of, like, how I do things. blocking in colors and doing things like that. Like, I've seen individual things, but, like, I've never seen somebody draw exactly the way I do, and I don't even know why I started doing it this way. It just works. My art does feel very trust the process, though. I was thinking that the other day. I was like, man, that's just kind of how it is for me. I think that's just my default setting. Sometimes I do look at it and I'm like, wow, this looks weird right now. And then I'm like, you know, nope, I already know, it'll be good, we'll be good, we'll be okay. And then it always ends up okay. There actually hasn't been a drawing lately that I haven't liked of mine. Like, some of my old stuff, I'll look back on it and I'll go, yeah, I really don't like this anymore. But that's because it's old. Like, my recent stuff, I've not recently had that problem where I've, like, finished a drawing or, like, got close to finishing it and was like, I don't like how this looks. Which is good, because I know a while ago, like, maybe like a year ago, I was, like, not liking anything I was drawing, and I got really bad burnout. Like, when I did my compilation of things that I had drawn over the year, like, monthly, you know, this is what I drew this month, that type of thing for 2025, it was a little sad looking at it, because there were, like, 5 months, where I just wasn't drawing anything. Like, all I could find art-wise from those months were, like, pitiful little sketches. Well, it was really fun having you hang out. And also seeing your Miis in the server. I love these screenshots, they're really cute. And also, the Miis are so interesting in the fact that you can customize them so much. Get some sleep, Nox. You've probably got a lot going on. Is this another creepy Minecraft track? That answered my question. Why did I ask? I'm gonna turn off my light, so I'm gonna... Oops. I just hit my headset. There we go. Yeah, why is this one so creepy? What the heck is this? It's called warmth. It doesn't feel very warm. I'm gonna guess it's Nether. It's gotta be. What else would be this creepy? From old Minecraft. I'm sure some of the newer stuff is even more eerie. This reminds me of, like, the background music's like the Fire Temple in Zelda Ocarina of Time. Why? I have no idea. It's just what it reminds me of. But also, it's starting to sound pretty. A lot of Minecraft tracks do that, though, huh? They sound really creepy, and then they get really evil sounding, and then it kind of goes back to peaceful. Yeah, it's got that, I don't know if it's a specific instrument or like a, I don't know. I'm not good with music, but there's definitely something that sounds like similar to what's in the Fire Temple track. There's not a lot that I remember from Ocarina of Time, I just remember the Fire Temple specifically. I'm not a big Ocarina of Time fan, so I don't remember a lot of that music, except for Fire Temple. I think that might be the only one, though. And none of the rest really stuck out to me. Majora's Mask stood out to me, but not Ocarina. But I still want to at some point go back to my little game, my game history thing where I was drawing, like, for games that I like. Because then I can do art for things like Minecraft and, Zelda. Just for the heck of it. And I've always liked the art that I did make for those when I was doing those projects. But I'm really focused on my current project right now, so... Would I rather work on the book or draw fan art for a game? I'd rather work on my book, let's be honest. Like, no question there. it's really hard to beat. I did beat Majora's Mask, but it was a long time ago, and it was on specifically the HD remakes. Because I'm too young. I grew up on GameCube. Well, not GameCube. I guess I mostly grew up on Wii, but GameCube games my brother had, so I played a lot of GameCube games. So I want to say the oldest games that I played were like Twilight Princess, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. There was a game we played called Second Sight. It was definitely not really in my age range, but I really liked it. It must have been one of my brother's games that I had like taken from him to play or whatever. I wanted to replay that, so I had gotten it on Steam, only to find out that for whatever reason I can't get into it with a controller. Like I can't even get past the menu with a controller, and I really don't want to play that game on keyboard. Keyboard and mouse sounds like a terrible idea for that game, from what I can remember of it. I'm like, ooh, I need the controller, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work with the controller, and I tried like looking it up, and I basically came up empty-handed, so it's I don't really know what it classifies as. I'm not really good when it comes to that kind of thing. I'll look it up real quick. That's fair. I don't have any old systems anymore. I lost most of them when I moved. I think my old Wii that doesn't work is probably still at my aunt's house back in a totally different state. It's a third-person action-adventure game. It's got stealth, it's got guns, it's got psychic powers. But I really liked the narrative of the story. It was really good. Yeah, I don't know where my DSi went. It's weird, because for several years, my DSi was missing. I couldn't figure out where the heck it went. And then I found it one day, and then we moved back here to where I'm currently living, and I don't remember ever seeing it since we got here, so I'm like, did I accidentally leave it somewhere at my aunt's house, like back across the states? I have no idea, but I know that my DSi was somewhere, like it existed. I just don't know where it ended up. Because I grew up on Flipnote Studio on the DSi. Crazy to think I used to do like animations and stuff, and now I can't even imagine doing that. I can't imagine having the patience for that, the energy for that. My animations were never good, granted, but I still have my 3DS. I haven't touched it in a while, though. I was recently thinking about the Mario and Luigi games, and it was like, I still never got Brothership, or Brotherhood, whatever it was called. The one that, the Mario and Luigi game for the Switch. I need to get that at some point, but at the same time, I've not really been playing my Switch, so I'm like, I probably shouldn't, because there's still games that I bought on the Switch I haven't touched. Like, I have Sonic Frontiers, I still haven't played it. I have Sonic X Shadow Generations, I still haven't played it. I watched a streamer play it, I still haven't played it myself. Which is crazy, because I'm a huge Sonic fan. And Frontiers looks really fun, I just haven't played it. And so I know Shadow Generations is going to be good. If I ever touch my 3DS again, it's probably going to be for Fire Emblem Awakening, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or probably Mario and Luigi, honestly. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story HD remake. Or I think there's another Mario and Luigi game I have. It's not Dream Team. I know I don't have Dream Team. No, actually, I think I do have Dream Team. Did I ever finish it, though? I'm not sure. Part of me is like, oh, I think I only watched... I do have Paper Jam. I actually don't think I finished Paper Jam. As much as I love Paper Mario, I think Paper Jam just bored me. Mostly, I think it just bored me because I think the story wasn't as appealing. But I actually don't remember finishing that game. I think I got close to the end, though, because I remember doing fights with, like, the Koopalings. And I'm pretty sure that's towards the end of the game. I should probably replay it though. I don't remember anything from Paper Jam. I know I've played it. I just don't remember anything. Oh, this one? I just queued the whole album on Spotify. I wasn't being picky. I just went, Minecraft. I don't know what any of these names mean. I don't remember any of them. Let's just queue the whole thing. Listen to Minecraft. Call it a day. Oh, and if I was actually thinking about a different DS game lately, I should replay Kirby Mass Attack. Because that game is insanely fun. I really need to replay that game. And from what I remember, the music in that game is bomb. It's like really good. But it's Kirby, I'm not surprised. I think I can't remember any Kirby soundtracks not being good. Mass Attack is so much fun. I'm a huge Kirby girly. I used to make posts about it sometimes on TikTok, like forever ago, back when I wasn't really just posting art. But I have like a Kirby collection of figurines and stuff. So I made it a point to basically get as many Kirby games as I could. I think one of the few Kirby games I haven't played is Canvas Curse and the Rainbow Curse. The Rainbow Curse I never got because I never had a Wii U and I never wanted one. And that one I think was exclusive to the Wii U. I think Canvas Curse, I don't know why I've never gotten that one. I don't think I would enjoy it though, based on the mechanics, because it's like stylus based, and I never really liked those kinds of games, except for The World Ends With You. That's the only exception. But that's why I want to do my like game history thing again, because I keep thinking about all these games that I haven't touched in a while, and I'm like, maybe I should like, for the ones that are story based, I might just rewatch somebody, find a stream of somebody playing the game, just so I can like remember it, you know? God, Triple Deluxe. I love Triple Deluxe, man. Robobot 2, I remember Robobot being fun, but I wasn't as big on the mechanic of the actual robot. I also made a point to get a plushie of like all of the characters from Kirby. All the like main ones, the ones that I really like Taranza and Susie and Magalore. When my friend and I went to a like collector's place, we like going there together because she likes Pokemon cards. So when she was getting her Pokemon cards, I was looking through their plushies and I found like the white Magalore from the remake of Kirby Return to Dreamland, and I was like, I need him real bad, so I have him. I at that point hadn't even finished playing the remake, so I hadn't played Magalore's story yet, but I loved it. It was so much fun. I like how creative it was, that when they did the remake, they added this little extra of what happened to Magalore, because we knew Magalore survived. We just never got any context to how that happened, because you just don't see him at the end of that game. So getting to finally see him was super cool. Return to Dreamland is so good. That was one of my childhood games. Return to Dreamland, Skyward Sword, and Mario Galaxy were the ones that I remember playing the most. Mario Galaxy is also peak. I got the triple All-Stars on the digital download on my Switch exclusively so I could play Mario Galaxy. I don't even care about Mario 64. I did like the idea of, because I had the Nintendo DS version of that game, but I got used to the DS version, so I never played it on the Switch with the the N64 version, because I just was like, this is weird. I got so used to it being on that tiny screen, having it on a big screen felt weird. And I've never played Mario Sunshine. I probably should play them at some point, considering I got like the 3-pack. You know, it's got all 3 games. Skyward Sword's so much fun, dude. When they finally... It was funny. The year that they had made the remake, my friend and I were talking about it recently, about how we really wish they would remake Skyward Sword, because we were like, Skyward Sword was such a good game, but the only reason that everybody hated it was because of the motion controls being so bad on the Wii that everybody hated it. And I was like, the Switch fixed literally all of those problems, so when they finally remade it, I was like, yes! Now if only they would remake Twilight Princess. Please. I would give so much for them to remake Twilight Princess. It doesn't even have to be a real remake. Just port it to the Switch. I want to play it again so bad. But they make it impossible to be able to play those games that are so old. Skyward Sword's so much fun, though. I also really love... I remember liking it on the Wii as well. Everybody else hated it, though. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I just liked it because I was a kid and it's more jank than I realized. But I also am, like, somebody who really, really loved Sonic and the Black Knight, and that one was also hated for its motion controls. I never liked Sonic and the Secret Rings because I didn't like the sideways motion controls for that one, but I loved Black Knight's motion controls. I actually don't think I ever played Mario Galaxy 2. I think I only ever played the first one. The Wii U's gamepad. Did it use the gamepad? Wait, are you talking about Twilight Princess, or... Because Twilight Princess started as a GameCube game, and then it got ported for the Wii, and then the Wii U, right? It doesn't need the gamepad, though. Because it started on the GameCube. They could port the GameCube version, and I'd be perfectly happy. In fact, I'd prefer that. They don't need to change anything. Although, I do like what they did for the remake for Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, because while they did, like, improve the graphics, that's not all they did. They did add some really nice quality of life changes, and also some dialogue changed. To me, the most important dialogue change that I had, and I just recently replayed this part, so it's fresh in my mind, is I didn't know growing up that Vivian was supposed to be a trans a metaphor or whatever, that she's directly meant to be trans, and that it was only in the Japanese version that it was directly stated that, like, not obviously calling her trans, but saying that she used to be a boy. I didn't know that until, like, years later, when I'd seen a post talking about it. I like how they finally changed it. The HD remake, she does say that, like, she has a line about how, she just, like, feels... She said something about her sister's, how she realized she was her sister's sister, not their brother. And I love that. I think it's really good that they actually changed dialogue to make things like that more, like, you know, to actually show those kinds of things. But also there's some really nice quality of life changes for the actual gameplay as well, that I noticed as I was replaying it the first time, because I was like, especially, like, there's a room that you were able to access 2 rooms in the old written game where you had pipes to specific areas, but it was only certain areas. It was for the area in Chapter 1, the area in Chapter 2, the area in Chapter 5 and 6, and that was it. Now they made it so that every chapter gets a pipe, and I wish they had done that in the original game, so I'm really glad that they did that in the remake, because my god, was that really helpful. Doing all those trouble quest missions, those little side quests, and not being able to just go straight to where you need is really tedious. So I always really appreciate when they do little quality of life things like that. It's really, really convenient. Also, there were some mechanics that I didn't even know of in the first game. I'm sure super guarding was a thing in the old game, but I didn't know about it because it quite literally never got explained in any tutorials. I'm also sure it's really helpful for the people who had never played before. They had included like the guy that does the training, where he can like teach you the skills and stuff, teach you how to do certain action commands and things. I never needed him. I'm sure that's really helpful to people who've never played the game though. As somebody who grew up playing the game and replayed it over and over and over, obviously I don't need it, but I can still appreciate things that other new people who've never played it before would probably like. I think it's really cool. I also love that you can ask your partner for help now, too. You can ask Goombella for tips on what to do next, because I remember as a kid being frustrated sometimes because I couldn't figure out what to do. Because I was just a stupid kid who was not good at puzzles. So every so often I'd get stuck on a puzzle somewhere, and I'd just get frustrated because I didn't know what to do, and there was no hints. It's probably why I relied so much on the freaking Sheikah Stone in Princess and Skyward Sword. Because I was an idiot and I didn't know how to solve puzzles, so I'd go back to that stupid stone and be like, tell me what to do. Paper Mario was the same way. You could go to Wonky or whatever, get his advice or like where to find things. Because I loved being a completionist. Paper Mario was one of those games that I will be a completionist for. And I have no problems with that whatsoever. Because I just really like that game and I want to play through everything. I'm trying so hard to get my notification on Discord to go away. It's driving me insane. I just keep seeing the notification bubble in the corner of my eye. I'm like, what is that notification from? I need to get rid of it. Oh, it's people on a server talking about Tomodachi Life. I'll worry about that later. I never played Luigi's Mansion. I'm sure I would probably like them, because I really like Luigi, but I've never played it. But I also think King Boo is like peak character design. I think I would really enjoy it just because of King Boo. I feel like I've heard nothing but good things about Luigi's Mansion. Have you ever played Super Paper Mario? Or any of the Paper Mario games, actually? Because I played the first 3. I didn't grow up on Paper Mario 64. I just played it later on like an emulator. Because I got really interested in Paper Mario, so I was like, I want to try and play the first game. And I did. Well, if you ever have a chance to get the remake on the Switch, I highly recommend it. It's really good. The Paper Mario 64 is on the 64, like, I don't remember what it is, the box set or whatever. And that one's fine too. You don't have to play that one. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door specifically is like one of the best games I've ever played. And the replayability for me is really good. Why would your Switch explode? I've had the same Switch, I think, since release. I don't think well, unless I got it like a little bit after release. I don't remember. But as far as I know, I think it's from release, my Switch. I've had it for so long. I've never had any issues with it, personally. Mine usually stays on the dock, so... This music feels kind of creepy, but also kind of calming in a weird way. Do you guys ever get random songs stuck in your head? Because I literally always get a random song stuck in my head. Right now it's some TikTok song, something that artists use a lot in TikToks. I don't even know the name of it, and it's stuck in my head. And I only know like the little tiny bit that people use on TikTok, so I have absolutely no idea like what any of it, like I don't even know the context. I don't know anything. But it's also just the same like verse that's repeating in my head right now. I don't know the lyrics, that's the thing. It's just some random trending sound. I don't know, it probably has like legible lyrics. I don't really pay attention to the trending sounds, so it's like, I don't know, it could be talking in English and I just don't pay attention to it. I really need to watch that though. Gachiakida or whatever, however you say it. I need to. I watched the first couple episodes and it's really good. I also 100% said that wrong. It's okay though. See, the funny thing about that is, before I started seeing TikToks about it and stuff, I had randomly stumbled across it and had watched the first 2 episodes, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I was like, I wonder if this is, like, niche, and that's why I've never heard of it. And then I'm suddenly hearing about it everywhere, and I'm like, oh, okay. Not niche, it just recommended me something that's popular, and I happen to like it. But that's not that surprising. I think I like a lot of the popular ones. Well, the ones that I've seen. I've not watched all of the popular ones, like, you know, Naruto and things like that. Like, I've never seen those. I've never seen My Hero Academia either. My friend really likes that one, so I probably will watch it at some point. I don't know. For some reason, I just have trouble latching on to, like, animes and stuff. Oh, God. I've honestly never really read any manga except for Beastars. That's the only one I've read. And I watched that before Season 2 came out, so I already knew what was happening, but I was really excited to see it in the animation. I haven't watched Season 3 yet, though, and that worries me, because Season 3, from what the clips and spoilers I've seen, they cut some things from what I remember from reading it years ago. See, it's weird, because I don't read a lot, but I also don't watch a lot either. I'm usually just in my own head, which is why it's kind of funny. Like, I always talk about my book, but I think that at this point, my book is the only book that I really read. I really should read more, but I'm so focused on my own projects. When am I going to find time for that? I don't know. Either that or I'll find like an audiobook or something. Yeah, but I'm just mostly reading my own book is the thing. It's like I wrote it, so. Does that really count as reading if I'm just reading my own story? I really can't wait till I'm done with the book 2 illustrations though, because then I'm going to redo the book 1 illustrations. and I can't wait to like re-release that, because then once I re-release it, I figure I'm gonna start trying to like actually talk about it more. Right now I only occasionally talk about it, and I think that's part of the issue why nobody gives a crap about it, because I don't talk about it enough and people don't know it exists. But I do want more people to read it, but at this point I'm like, I'm gonna redraw the art, so I don't want to like promote it too much and then people like end up wanting like a physical copy or something, and then it has the old art, and then it's not worth it, you know? Because then who wants to buy a physical copy of a book knowing that the art that's in said book is just going to get replaced with new art very soon? Hopefully soon. Yeah, but why would a collector want some random indie thing that nobody cares about? Like, I'm literally a nobody. Nobody knows anything about these books. There's exactly one download on the book, and it's a commission client turned friend. Although I literally felt like I was gonna cry when they downloaded the book, because Gumroad is set up for free. There's 2 people who have read it. Two downloads actually. There's 2. One of them was the first one was the client turned friend, and they voluntarily chose to pay for it, and they don't have to. It's completely free. Nobody has to pay for that book because it is 100% up on Gumroad for free. Like, it's for $0 or more. You can pay $0 and download it. So the fact that somebody voluntarily chose to pay for it just to support literally made me want to cry. I was so delighted at that. And they're in my server, and they've told me they really love reading the book too. And that's part of the reason that I'm really excited to be working on book 2, because knowing that this friend is in that server and that they're looking forward to seeing book 2, I'm like, it makes me want to do it for them, you know? I'm doing it for me mostly, but at the same time, like, there's somebody else who likes it, so I want to do it for them too. I don't mind people not paying for it. To be honest, I don't care about it. Like, I don't care to make money off of it. It's a cool thought, but I don't care if people pay for it. I'd rather people, you know, get the book because they want to read it and they want to know about my characters. I don't really care if people buy it. Just being able to talk about my OCs and share them with people is more than enough for me. I'm just delighted that anybody's interested at all. Because previously it was basically just me and my one friend. And that one friend that knew about the book and had read it and everything was the person who I was yapping about the whole thing while I was writing it. So he already knew all of the plot. He knows more than what's already written. He knows all of the things that are going to happen in book 3, or a lot of it. I've told him about most of it at this point. Number 1 supporter. And that's okay by me. I'm definitely not somebody who cares about whether or not I make money off of my book. I'm not sharing it because I want to make money. I'm not sharing it because I want to publish it. I want to share it because I want people to have fun with it. If it's their thing, cool. If it's not, then that's okay too. But I want to get it out there because I want to find my people.
think this one's just about done, actually. I made really good progress. I wasn't sure if I was going to finish this one today, but I did. It is a fairly simple illustration, so I guess I'm not too surprised that I finished it, but I am really glad that I did. This is what I mean, though, when I say, like, getting to yap makes me more productive. It is 8 o'clock. I should probably go to bed soon. I've been awake since 4:30 this morning for work. But I'm finished with this drawing at least, so at least if I end the night here, I'm on track to doing my one illustration a day. But I really would like to do more of these lives because it was really fun. This is really fun, and I could definitely make a habit of this. Of course, I'd still prefer like getting to just voice chat and hang out with my friends, because it is a little bit more fun to just yap with a friend, but I still like doing the lives too. I'm gonna fix these little edges here. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I think I'm done for the night. And we'll see if I end up deciding to stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be a lot longer of a stream because I pretty much do nothing but draw over the weekends. I just do like my daily. I do like play games for a couple hours, and then around lunchtime is when I'll like switch it to drawing. Usually I'll just have some kind of background noise, but if I'm going to yap on stream, obviously my background noise is just going to be music, which honestly keeps me more occupied anyway, because other times my background noise is just like watching a streamer or like watching YouTube. So those are easy to get distracted from and just like get bored of, and then just start scrolling through TikTok or whatever, trying to find something better to watch or listen to or whatever. But I had a lot of fun, and this illustration is not going to be posted for a while, because none of the Book 2 ones are, but it'll get posted eventually. It just might not be for like a few months or something. But it was really fun talking to you guys, and getting to hang out. I especially really like getting to talk to people who I've gotten used to seeing in my notice, you know? I'm not really sure if there's really much else to say. I think I'm gonna call it a night, and then I will maybe be back hopefully soon. I really hope so. I don't know what all these live performance things are. What does any of this mean? I'm assuming it's just incentives to get people to keep streaming, but I have no idea. I don't know what your time zone is, so I don't know if it's daytime or nighttime, but for me, it's nighttime. So if you're also going to bed soon like I am, then have a good night. If you just woke up, then have a good morning, have a good day, whatever it is. I think I'm on one of the later time zones, so maybe most people were asleep. But hope everybody had fun. I really had a lot of fun. I like being able to chat with people and get to yap. It was fun talking about Minecraft and other things. So hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock for me, so it's not as late for me. Whew. Well, hopefully you get some sleep, because it sounds like you probably need it. I don't know how to end the live. I'm gonna figure that out, but then once I do, I'll be ending the live. I actually don't know how to end it. Oh, I found it. Oh yeah, you're on the same time zone as me then, Fish. That's really funny. Yeah, it's 8:12 for me. Okay, I figured out how to end the live. So now I really am gonna leave. Yeah, we're on the same time zone. I actually don't know a lot of people on the same time zone as me, which is what's funny. a lot of my friends in my server are not from the same time zone. I think most of them are a couple hours ahead of me, or behind me, whatever you want to call it. It's later for them than it is for me. And my friend that I share the book with mostly, the one that I yapped about the book before it was even written, is overseas. So his time zone is way ahead of mine, and he's usually in bed way before I am able to, like, do streams and stuff. So, you know. But have a good night. Hope everybody had fun. I had fun. I'll probably end up doing this again tomorrow because it was a lot of fun.